I know what you're thinking. Lots of bookkeepers are thinking it right now. You're like, hey, I survived. I survived the wrapping and the decorating and the visits to people. I've got my New Year's plan set. I know what's going on. The moment I arrive back at work, I'm going to reconcile that operating checking account. The moment. And I'm going to say, I am done. I'm going to jump on my desk and say, I've conquered the world. The operating checking account is reconciled, so we are ready to send stuff to the CPA. No, you're not. No, you are not. Listen, lots of balance sheet accounts have entries that are in the checking account, right? Like your loans, your loan payments, things like that. What we see happen is, for example, someone will be using the dreaded bank feed, dun, 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 and they will accept from the bank feed a transfer between checking and the credit card to pay the credit card. But then they'll accept a transfer in the credit card account that goes to the checking account to pay the credit card, meaning they've doubled the entries. They've added duplicates. And then the worst part of this, the system encourages you to clear certain entries, especially for using QuickBooks Online, right? It's like, hey, these entries are done. So what happens is half of a transfer gets cleared in the checking account, another completely different transfer, half of it gets cleared in the credit card account, and now you've got uncleared transactions in both accounts that when you try to void them, it'll say, but it's cleared because it's cleared on the other side. Well, this has to get fixed. The reports are not correct until we fix this. So these are the kinds of things you want to deal with. So this is what I want you to do. Instead of daydreaming New Year's Eve night about how you are going to reconcile that operating checking and then be done with everything, I need you to do this instead. Prep the reconciliation. Oh my, yes. In early January, prep your operating checking account reconciliation so that you know you have all the correct data in for the 1099s. But that partially includes dealing with the uncleared transactions. Once you have reconciled or reviewed all the other balance sheet accounts, starting from the bottom up, then you can finish that operating checking reconciliation. But not until then, folks, because if you do it ahead of time, before you've cleaned up old aging, before you've cleaned up stuff on the other balance sheet accounts, you might actually be creating more of a mess and ensuring the mess will continue into the new year and maybe into multiple years. So everybody, take a breath, do a pause. Do not fully reconcile your operating checking account until everything else is done.